Yo, what's going on, homies? It's your boy Stumped back for another OPTC video, and in today's video, we're taking a look at the new anniversary exclusive 6+ Zoro, Anni Zoro, the man, the myth, the legend. We're taking him into PvP, seeing how he rocks and he rolls, because this is one of those 6+s that we're not going to see until like September. And they do basically change the kit to make him a very different unit to the one that came before him. Now, we will do a showcase on the regular 6-star as well, but I thought we'd dive in with the 6+, because I did get very lucky, and I actually pulled this guy in the first multi on his banner. I had 9 copies of the anniversary Zoro just sitting in my box, and I thought, hey, why not go for it? He's going to be the booster for treasure map, so that way we can farm up some nice treasure map materials when that comes around as well. And I can just immediately get this guy to level 150, do a really nice showcase, not only in PvP, but in some regular play as well. He is a very, very powerful character. He hits incredibly hard, and now, instead of being focused around slashes, he's actually focused around quick units. Not only that, but he changed from a free spirit character to a driven character, so he's now a driven slasher, which is very, very good for that driven slasher meta with Cross-Guild and Roger and Odin, which we'll showcase towards the back end of the video. But he has an incredibly looking, beautiful looking super special that does crazy amounts of damage that goes through defensive effects and what's it called, shields and stuff like that. So he hits like a goddamn freight train, and with some other very powerful quick characters around him, he can do some really nice stuff. So we're going to take on some of these challenge fights. We're going to take on some of the big ones. We are versing slashes right off rip. I am using a bit of like a quick centric team for this particular build, just because we wanted to bring some special binding for stuff like the Sulong characters and Zoro Sanji. Not every team is perfect for every situation, and this particular team sort of just fit the mold better. Fit the mold more effectively when taking on this particular slasher team. So as you guys saw there, Zoro's damage output was incredible. He only needs to take 2 specials to get his super special off, and when he gets his super special off, he hits really, really hard. And when you combine that with stuff like Verse Luffy to get him back some cooldowns if he does go very, very quickly, then you will see this super special more often than not, and I believe we actually get his super special off in every single one of these fights in today's video. So that's very, very promising for the character and the quick base team. However, over the last few months, Quick have just been getting buff after buff after buff when it comes to taking down the strength team. It seems like Bandai's just sort of forgotten that we can still make good PvP teams. We don't have to sort of funnel them into just taking on strength. However, obviously, Quick's best situation will be going up against strength, with characters like 6+ Sober Mask, the Super Sugo Robin, the Legend Jinbei, the members of the Straw Hat Jinbei. The strength team really struggles taking on Quick now. When you sort of have like Verse Luffy at the helm, you have 6+ Kuzan, who can hit ridiculously hard in special bind, and now with this Anni Zoro going absolutely crazy, giving HP, speed, and attack, also giving himself more attack and crit buff when he takes damage. It's kind of unfair, unfortunately, for the poor old strength. Even with like good RNG for this particular run, they had Uta go very early. Kobe managed to go, gave the haste ability to Luffy right off rip. We didn't special bind Luffy either, so he had to throw his special out. We managed to tank the Luffy special, and then also tank Santamaru to then throw back a bunch of specials in their face. It was just, it was pretty damn impressive from the Quick team to sort of take on strength so easily. And look, I didn't have any issues or any worries going up against strength. But with the addition of this new Zoro, I was thinking, how would he actually impact the team? And because he just buffs buffs Quick indefinitely, it's not like Quick slashes or something like slasher characters, then he just works so well. Now, I would have preferred him to be a Quick and a slasher booster. That way we could take him over onto the slasher team. But look, beggars can't be choosers, and choosers don't ever get what they want. So the fact that he is bolstering the Quick team does help a lot. And the fact that he is driven means that he can synergize very well with some of those other driven characters like Fuji, Blue Jam, the Cross-Guild Legend. So you have very, very good options if you wanted to build out more of a quick driven team. But I feel like now that he is now driven and slasher, he's going to fit the mold best when you are hybriding both driven and slasher characters together onto the same quick team. And just like once upon a time, that's exactly what we're doing. We are bringing back the old Roger Odin and Cross-Guild combination, having a full quick team. 8 members, all quick, 5 slashers, 5 driven characters, and we're taking on probably 2 of the hardest PvP fights in the new Akainu fight, as well as the Pika fight. They are the 2 latest challenge fights, and both of them are very challenging in their own rights. But the upside to Zoro being quick driven slasher is he satisfies the 3 conditions that you need for not only cross guild, but for Roger and Odin, being a quick unit, like a solid quick unit, not like a dual unit or anything like that. He is driven for cross guild, and then he is also slasher, which therefore means that when you bring cross guild, you're also getting the 3 requirements there. And then with a character like Shiryu that we have on our bench, we're also getting more requirements there. With the rollback that the cross guild can do, the rollback that Smoothie can do, the cooldown reduction that Luffy and Roger and Odin have, and the damage output that the 3 characters of Zoro, Roger and Luffy has, you can pretty much tear through lineups really, really fast. Roger and Odin are giving +2 cooldowns, and then the cross guild unit is giving +3 to driven characters. So you are getting, or maybe it's, it's level 3 to driven characters. So you are getting a lot of cooldowns on Zoro, and on cross guild himself or themselves, but having a 28-second cooldown works in Zoro's favor because he can just throw out a lot of damage early and sort of pick off 1 character, even maybe 2 characters with his large range 3 times attack and then the 1.7 that goes through defense. Once you then get your special back because of Roger and Odin's cooldown and Luffy's cooldown, as you can see, you pretty much then throw out the super special after that, which just does absolute immense damage. Now my Zoro is level 150, is level limit break 5. That is something to remember when watching this particular video. A lot of my characters are now really high leveled up. I did Rainbow Cross Guild from the 11th anniversary. I rainbowed Luffy versus Kaido from the anniversary. We've 150'd our Roger and Odin as well. We'll pick up the extra dupe for Smoothie eventually with the celebration as well. So we've had a lot of really good things go our way when it comes to this particular team. So it has been drastically buffed since the last time that I actually used it. Now, I haven't funneled in all of the resources. I only funnel in resources when I really need to. For example, Luffy, I got to level 130 because I was using Kaido in Assault Rumble. I obviously got Zoro level 150 because I wanted to do some stuff with this showcase. And obviously being the super special getting maxed out just does so much damage. At level 5, you target 2 enemies that bypass defense for 2 times Zoro's attack, but before that you give yourself or your quick allies 10 attack up and then a 4 times attack in a large range. So you're hitting a large range with a massive attack buff to then pick out 2 units, but I believe that they have the highest HP that to do 2 times damage that will bypass defense, which as you guys saw with Zoro is hitting upwards of 15 to 16k. This is basically just going to kill any 2 units. And then again, if you use your special very, very fast, you're then going to get the rollback with Luffy and Roger and Odin. If the enemy goes before you, just like we are seeing in this particular fight against the Pika driven build, we actually get our specials off very, very quickly. And with that, we can actually throw out the super special basically off rip. Unfortunately, we lost cross guild pretty early, but cross guild managed to use their special for the rollback to help us avoid stuff like the Big Mom Katakuri and the Kaido and King special. I believe it was the Kaido King special, which is the big one. So that way they literally just missed their special for the damage output. We can then use our Zoro super special. As you see there, we just took out like 5 units. Like, it's absolutely busted. Like a ridiculous amount of damage that Zoro is doing with that super special. And then again, when you have the rollback that Luffy and Roger and Odin can provide for slashes, and then for the character that has the lowest cooldown, like Zoro is almost like ready to go again, which is absolutely nuts, because once he uses a super special to bink off like 2 to 3 units, you then come back with another special which is going to bink off another character, or vice versa. You might have binked a character, Roger and Odin brings it back, Luffy brings it back, then your super special goes off, and then you bink off another 2 or 3 characters, which means that you can just tear through lineups. And the fact that this quick team tore through this lineup so quickly was just so ridiculously impressive. I'm a big fan of what the quick driven slash team is now doing. But if you guys enjoyed the video, put a like button, hit the subscribe button, do all that good stuff. Let me know what you guys think of the team in the comment section below. While you're down there, but like button, hit the subscribe button. I know I already said that, but wherever you guys are in this beautiful world, please very enjoy the rest of your day. As always, homies, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.